You're listening to No Limits, episode 118. I'm Edward Kenway from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, the best Assassin's Creed. And this week, no red lines. No red lines. I want an AC4 remake. Just, yeah. Anyone an AC4 remake?
You're going to get it. It's happening.
Really? Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor, and you're listening to No Limits, a PlayStation podcast, episode 118. Why are you shaking your head, Bree?
To throw you off.
Okay. The whole crew's back together. Myself, Sam, and Bree. Last week, Bree left us for a festival.
A coffee festival.
Ooh.
In San Francisco.
More about that in 1 second. Remember, you can find the video version of this podcast over on youtube.com/SaveTheGameMedia every Tuesday. And while you are over there, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you'd rather listen to audio, we are on all your favorite podcast services. We would love it if you leave us a review. It helps us grow, and we would love any feedback. If you want to support us and get early access to all Save the Game Media content, head over to patreon.com/SaveTheGameMedia and choose the tier that's right for you. Just like current patrons did. Fabulous Brianna, Brianna's mom, Brianna's brother, Lindsay. Wait, Kevin sent me an updated patrons list that I forgot to update the show notes with that I'm remembering right now. All right.
I need to update my show notes too.
Let's see. Kevin, where's the list?
It's
the
pinned.
list.
You have to just click the
Is
pin.
it in the host chat? Or
It's in the host chat pins.
Right. Okay. Let me just real time. Let's restart that. Thanks to Fabulous Brianna, Brianna's mom, Brianna's brother, Lindsay, Nikolai Knight, Cypher Primus, Brendan Myers, Marcus O'Neill, David Lillian, David Hotright, Dave Harp, the Xbox Expansion Pass, Alpaca Tom, Lee Navarro, Sel Cannon, Ellery Woods Parker III, Chad, and Rick Davis. Thank you to all the patrons. Sorry to see you. I think it seems like a net minus, unfortunately. 2 left. Yeah, well, for just $1, you can make that 2+. If 4 of you become patrons, that's a net 2 plus 2 change. For just $4, for just $1 a month, you get early access to all of our content on one feed. Speaking of which, I need to talk to Kevin about the thumbnail on the all podcast feed. It looks like it changed to a No Limits thumbnail, which is a little funny. But anyway, Kev, if you're hearing that, I'll talk to you about it. We also get post shows where we talk about amazing things like travel, dating, food, hardware. Anything else is up for grabs. Could be not safe for work. We don't know.
We do know it is not safe for work.
I guess it's not safe for work. But, Yeah. Also, Extra Life. We still have our donation link up for Extra Life. That's extra-life.org/SaveTheGameMedia. Or is it STGM? I forget.
You should check that.
It's STGM. Yeah. extra-life.org/participant/STGM. Yep. So it's time to donate before the end of the year, baby. Yep. Yep. I need an Appa plushie. Thanks for reminding me.
I have one.
What?
You being serious?
Yes.
I have one right there. One second.
Show.
I'm going to. I get it.
Sam, you knew about this?
If you think I care even in the slightest, you're great.
Why don't you care?
Like Avatar.
Do we really want to get into that?
Oh
Taylor?
my God.
I don't know how you let him in this network. Not like
My name is Sam. That's how you sound, Sam. That's how you sound right now.
This is actually one of the best plushies I have too, because it's a weighted plushie, so it's
Ooh.
like for anxiety.
Hell yeah. It replicates Luna. No, I guess maybe that's not a nice thing to say to Luna.
It doesn't, because she doesn't lay on my chest.
Okay.
If anything, she flips me off.
Nice. Anyway, we were just talking about oh wait, I'll save it. All right. What? No, I'm not gonna talk about it right now. So Bree and Sam think I'm crazy and dumb and icky for not liking the PlayStation 30th anniversary designs for the Portal, and I guess the same designs also on the console.
I think you're a poo-poo head for not
My
liking it.
my only issue is that I don't like the gray. I love the PlayStation logo that has the colors in it rather than all black, but I just don't like the little 2 tones of gray they got going on.
You're wrong.
So do people think the PS1 looked like an amazing system?
Yes.
You really think it looks amazing?
Yeah. I mean, the PS2 is peak, obviously, but PS1 still is gorgeous.
PS2 is peak. The PS2 Slim is peak. I'll take that statement. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was a kid during that. But dude, PS3 Slim, not super slim. PS3 Slim. It has a little hump. Maybe that's the only issue. The PS2 is more like a little
Are you
laptop.
saying you don't like humps?
On my game consoles, meh.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you, Bree? How was your coffee festival?
My coffee festival was good. I had a lot of coffee.
How many cups?
I don't know.
Ow, Toff. Ow, ow, ow.
So you pay to get into the festival, and then you go around, and there's a bunch of booths, and they have these like little mini cups, and you just drink a bunch of mini cups of coffee. Some of the coffee was black. Some of it was like little miniature lattes. There was a lot of tea. There was a lot of random stuff. I don't honestly know how much coffee I had, but I did have a lot of caffeine. I know because I came home and I like crashed. Like it knocked me out. Which sounds weird because you're like, Brianna, caffeine wakes you up. It doesn't. Caffeine doesn't really do anything to me, but apparently if I have too much, it knocks me out. Unless it's an energy drink, in which case it will make me act crazy.
Interesting. Was there like coffee chocolate? That's what I would be interested in at a coffee festival.
They did have that. They also had like these coffee chews, that are like these little candies that you chew on that have like the same amount of caffeine as like a coffee cup would.
Oh wow, that's dangerous. How big were these chews? You could just down a few of them, and you have 3 cups of coffee inside of 5 minutes.
I don't know. My dad's the one that tried it and got one. He got a bag of it. So
a bag.
Mm-hmm. Bag of coffee. Coffee chews, but still.
Coffee chews. There you go.
Yeah. So other than the coffee festival, I would say I've not had a great couple of weeks. I like barely slept the weekend of Extra Life.
Yeah.
The night that I left, I genuinely like the last night I spent in New York, I thought I was gonna die. Because my Airbnb had some crazy stuff going on.
Oh no.
So I got like not even 2 hours of sleep. And then I had to fly back. Well, so it's a long story. I don't know how much we want to get into it.
If you don't want to share.
I don't mind sharing. It's just, it is a long story. So I don't.
Maybe this is a good post-show topic.
Sure.
Sam, you go for a post-show today?
We'll see.
Okay.
Well, Bree, I'm going to hear Bree's story anyway, if Bree's willing to share in post-show. So.
Okay. Sounds good. So almost died, barely slept, came back. That was the day of the election. Had my nail appointment, had to still vote because I'm a procrastinator. And I had something like I had like a therapy appointment that week that was like like it was gnarly. And of course like election stuff, I don't know. So I just like, yeah, and I also had like a personal thing happen as well. So yeah, I've just had like a lot of stuff.
Oh, geez. Well, I
So,
hope you get some respite now.
well, as we've discussed, I only slept 4 hours last night, so we're really in it.
Immediate. Like, you can take some time to just do nothing.
Yeah, I did. I shut down for about a week or so, and I wasn't doing anything. You can ask Sam. I canceled like all my podcasts, and yeah, was barely functioning for a little bit there. But we're slowly booting back up. Just had to press and hold the restart button. You know,
Slowly booty back up.
uh-huh.
Am I right?
Yeah, I have been twerking booty back up.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Also, for the record, I just want everybody to know because I think it's funny. There was no twerking on the Extra Life stream. There was,
Yeah.
however, twerking outside of the Extra Life stream.
Was there? Oh, yeah, there was.
Yeah, there was. When we reset the stream, Kyle and I twerked for a second.
Scoundrels.
Yep.
Sam, as an actor, have you ever twerked?
That's a good question. Have I? I think I've done things close to it, but never like actually like twerked. You know,
It's
like
fun.
I've had to do things physically that relatively resemble it, but never with the intention of doing twerking. So
Never with
I
the
don't think that
intention of
qualifies.
clapping cheeks.
Sure. If you say so.
Silly goose. Top, what are you doing? Sam, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay, blue light.
Yeah, well, you know, I have to rep the colors.
See, he's on board.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm podcasting with cavemen.
Unga bunga, man fire or the majority of the family is struck with a bit of a cold or a flu at the minute.
And you don't,
which I've managed to avoid, thankfully, thus far.
Skill issue.
Although historically, my prospects are probably not looking that great long term.
8-Ball said, outlook not good. Yeah.
Indeed, yeah. It's probably going to hit me sooner rather than later, but I am doing my best to quarantine, which is good because I actually, thankfully, I'm gonna say a thank you to IGN. You know, that I'm gonna say a thank you to.
Did they give you a job yet?
They did, and I
wait, a full-time job?
One. No. Don't get ahead of yourself, Taylor.
Okay.
But they gave me another thing to work on, which I wasn't expecting for the rest of this year.
Can you share it?
No.
Okay.
It's Bloodborne 3.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's just like redacted at the minute.
Is it a certain game or is it something different?
What does that mean?
Is it a specific video game that they asked you to cover that you weren't thinking you're going to get, or is it like a different project or something bigger than that?
No. It is a Vodigam.
Okay.
Yeah. Without getting too inside baseball or divulging anything that I maybe shouldn't, which I don't think I'm going to run into, but the implication was that because there's not a ton of major releases for the rest of this year, anything that they were going to cover would feasibly be achievable in-house, so they wouldn't need the freelancing team to assist on any projects. And that was the assumption I was working under for the past few weeks. that I'd still be doing auxiliary stuff with IGN, but not any major project work. And
Through the end of the
then
year.
out of the blue, a week or so ago, I got an email offering a project which I very humbly accepted. I really appreciate it.
Games coming
so,
out.
And
yeah,
then
just goes to
started
show. I'm great. That's what it shows. They just can't
We've
help
always
themselves.
told you that.
Yeah, they just can't help themselves, and I get it. I understand why.
Can't stay away from you.
Yeah, nobody can. So yeah, I'm enjoying that, and by proxy, it's allowing me to sort of isolate myself here, working almost all of the time.
Can you say if the game has?
No,
say
Taylor,
the game hasn't publicly released yet.
It's not out. No.
No, so it's not out. Okay, yeah, then you'll be able to share. Okay, so Bree, the rest of the games coming out this year, the major games are Microsoft Flight Sim. He's not playing that. He's not playing Genshin. I doubt he's playing Stalker.
I have a guess that if it is that, then I'll be really pissed off.
I think it's Indiana
because
Jones.
of how much you guys have been talking smack. If it's the Nikki game, I will smack you.
Oh, Nikki, that game doesn't look that great. Yeah.
Oh my god, with how much you guys have been talking smack about it, if you get to play that game before me, especially since I spent the extra money on it, I'm gonna be real mad.
I can't see it being anything else besides Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Wait, when does that come out on PlayStation? I forget. It comes out a month after, right?
Yeah, but he also has a PC.
And a Series S, so.
We ignore that. That doesn't exist.
So, the Great Circle doesn't even have a PS5. Yes, it does. It does have I was about to look at the release date.
When
It's
you
just
start
spring
covering
2025 so far.
It's just spring.
When you start covering League.
It's probably not Indiana Jones unless it's on PC.
Bree,
it's on PC.
If you cared like at all, you would know that as part of my work for IGN, I have transcribed pretty much every major patch for League for probably a year and a half on IGN's site. So, do I know what any of it means?
Sam, every time I try and compliment you on work that you've done, you're like, "Oh, that wasn't me." So I've given up.
And yet here I am doing the exact opposite. You're like, when you going to do League work? And I say,
well, just because I wanted to play League with you.
Yeah, but that's never going to happen.
So I think it's Indiana Jones.
League. I mean, you can guess what you want. I'm literally
or Stalker
not going to
2.
say anything else. So I
think Indiana Jones is the most likely. Stalker 2 is less likely, but it's between those two.
I think it's Stellar Blade DLC.
Oh, the Nier DLC?
Mm-hmm. They need at least 10 people covering that. Okay, I have a real theory, you guys. Real theory on the Nier DLC.
What, Toph? Shut up.
I bet, because we know that they're like kind of adding like 2B in there. I bet, because I think it's just supposed to be the main character is dressed up as Nier, or as 2B. I bet her butt gets bigger.
We'll never stop with this, will we?
That's my theory.
If you say so.
Taylor, how have you been?
Oh, it's been a very tumultuous few weeks. I got the word from my manager on Wednesday. Apparently my team is safe from layoffs.
That's good.
Which I was surprised to hear. Yeah. So that's good.
Boo. Living life on the edge is more fun, right?
Oh, God. Yeah, if having anxiety attacks again for the first time in a year is fun. Toph, what are you doing? Okay. Ow. Ow. Toph, what are you doing? She's scratching my neck. Ow. I'm going to have scratch marks on my neck. Toph.
She's so freaking cute.
Get off me. Okay. She hasn't done that before. She started doing this like a week ago. Ow. Now I'm going to have, my neck is, anyway. Yeah, that uncertainty hasn't been good at all. And, but seems like I'll be okay. Work is a little stressful because I made a mistake and now I'm stressed about it. Anyway, trying not to think so much about work and do more in my community. So I guess not that great, Sam.
Damn.
But I'm here. I volunteered at my local food bank again, which I'm excited about. What, Bree?
I said you volunteered as tribute.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Which sector?
Oh, God, and I'm bleeding. See, this is where Toph scratched me.
He'll survive.
If you want to see the nip, you have to go to the post show. Anyway. Yeah.
I did say we're going to see some tits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, what else besides that? Oh, played board games last night at a friend's. I played Secret Hitler for the first time. Good game.
Mm-hmm.
Have you played that game, either of you?
Yep.
We had a full 10 people. I was a liberal both times, and people thought I was a fascist. I literally won the game. I had the winning policy that won the game for the liberals in the second game, and there are people who still doubted me.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, but let's see. I guess going into what I've been playing, Resistance: Fall of Man. I guess more
game nobody's ever heard of.
I am falling back in love with my PS3 roots. I'm getting nostalgic for my DualShock 3 controller. I went back to it. Oh yeah, I repaired my DualShock 3. The little tape method. Sam, you knew about this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
I took apart mine. I put the triggers. The spring was oriented incorrectly when I put one of my triggers back in, and it was a little flimsy and not so springy. So I had to take the controller apart again and then reorient the spring. And then I put it back together the correct way with the help of a couple of YouTube videos. And now we're back in business. No phantom movement anymore from the spring. From the sticks. No Phantom Menace. I have two other controllers I haven't done this with, but that I supposedly do this repair with at any time. But yeah, so I'm using my DualShock 3 again, finally, with my PS3. And going through Fall of Man. I think as the game's going on, I'm liking it more and more. Now I'm in the section where, small, only criticism. Sam, this sapper weapon is pathetic.
Yeah.
It's a weapon that's on the description when you pick it up. It says you shoot mines and cluster mines that you can detonate on command. When I first saw that description, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'll be able to shoot, electric mines and stuff and then detonate them on command, almost like a sticky bomb or something from GTA 5 or something like that. And like a C4 or something, but it's in a gun. And it turns out it's just these squishy, like, dumplings of goop that don't go far at all. If you want them to go far, you have to aim the gun way higher than where you want it to land. And they don't do that much damage when you detonate them. They're just like little balloons that you pop.
Yep.
On the flip side, the Hailstorm weapon is awesome, and I love it. Even though ammo for it is available sparingly. That's awesome news. The Bullseye is still my go-to.
Yep.
But yeah, I am interested to see what happens to Nathan Hale by the end of this story. The lore keeps getting better. I found a chart that goes through all the different forms of the Chimera and what they look like, and they're all labeled. It reminds me of like Last of Us kind of thing, where Toph is trying to bite me now. Okay, cool. And yeah.
Did she make some clicker noises too?
No. She doesn't click. thankfully. Oh god, the sun's in my eyes. I'm okay. But yeah, Resistance is really fun. And after Resistance, oh boy, I'm playing the game I play where I'm saying, I don't know what game I'm going to play next.
It's Demon Souls.
Where I'm like, oh, it's Demon Souls. But then it's also, I want to play the Ghost. I want to finish the Ghost main game, and I'm going to have to adjust my window soon, aren't I? Okay, it stopped. Where it's like, Demon Souls, but Ghost of Tsushima, going back for the DLC and to finish all the outposts, maybe get the platinum to be a little funny ahead of Yote. Ooh, and then there's Death Stranding. Ooh, and then there's Killzone 1. Everyone tells me Killzone 1 is a mid game. I don't care. I'm going to play it one day, all right?
I mean, it is.
Mid-game Resistance.
I need to play Killzone 1 because then I won't appreciate Killzone 2 as much. This is my rationale.
Sam,
you're right there. You are right. It does help to have.
Also, I'm in that 2006 era right now. I prefer to just stay in the early to early mid 2000s before I jump up to 2009 era games. You know.
You should play the Wii.
2008,
but still.
Did like my Wii. My Wii. Yeah. Good console. So yeah, I guess what? That's Demon Souls, Killzone 1, Ghost of Tsushima, and Death Stranding are candidates for up next. And maybe Alan Wake 2 as a fringe competitor right now. I also got my active HDMI cord in the mail where I haven't hooked it up yet. I'm going to, where I should now be able to play my PC games on my TV at 4K low settings for newer games and 4K decent settings for older ones. That's
you
the goal.
still have to play Resident Evil, so.
God. Resident Evil 7. I got Resident Evil 2 on the PS Store sale a few weeks ago, right? But Resident Evil 7, nah. I don't think I really played 7
you can go check the bathroom
unless I had to walk through. Yeah, why do you guys keep dogpiling me on this? I don't understand. It's not that funny.
Okay.
You should see me play Souls, huh?
I don't want to. Not after that.
Oh, so what? You don't think? Okay, then maybe I'll never stream Bree ever.
You could stream. I'll watch. But if you go in the bathroom 20 times, I'm gonna say something.
Is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the leading candidate for my next game after Fall of Man right now, I think, is Killzone 1.
Not Resistance 2?
No, this is the way I'm constructing. I don't want to go to Resistance 2 because if I'm going forward in PS3 games and then I go back to a Killzone 1, I think it'll feel like I'm just going to a worse time. So I want to play all the original early PS3 games before I move on to the mid-life PS3 games like Resistance 2 and Killzone 2.
I hate to be a actually guy here, but technically you're already going to be doing that because Killzone 1 was a PS2
I know it was made before Resistance 1. I'm already taking that hit. And Killzone 1 is a PS2 game. I know that, yeah.
Okay.
I assume the hit won't be as bad when I go back to the original God of War trilogy. Or God of War 1 and 2, I should say. At least those were action games. Where
I'd say they hold up pretty well.
Like first person campaigns, including RPGs like Skyrim and Fallout, tend to age significantly worse than third person ones, action games in terms of graphical fidelity. Right. So what? You guys hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know, but like it's fun being a PS3 kid again. It feels like I'm a little kiddo again. I'm considering, so I had custom firmware on my PS3. Ow! God, Toph! She just, you can't see that, but she just hooked me. All right.
You calling her a hooker?
God, no. Leave Catwoman to be the adjacent cat hooker, okay? Was Catwoman ever a hooker?
Mm.
Selena? I think she was just a thief. Anyway, I'm considering reinstalling official firmware on my PS3 because I want to see what it's like to go on PSN on PS3 in 2024. Because that'll be an interesting experience. Go in that store, see what it's like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I get PS Plus for some amount of time, see if cloud saves still work.
Mm-hmm.
See if trophies still work. They should. Well, trophies not work if you're not connected. Yeah, I mean, they have them for your Resistance. Yeah, trophies don't work if you're not on an internet connection, right? They just don't.
They'll unlock, but they won't sync with your PSN.
Oh, well, I've had no trophies unlock through Resistance. I wasn't even signed into PSN.
That's because Resistance 1 didn't have trophies.
Oh, really?
Nope.
When was the first game to introduce trophies?
I'm pretty sure it was Super Stardust, technically. First party, it was probably Uncharted 1, I think.
July 2008 was the first Platinum trophy. Oh, wow. So Killzone 1 was a PS2 game. That one, so it's interesting because the Killzone 1 remaster might have it because it was a remaster that came out after 2008. Because it's on the Killzone Trilogy disc.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, my super high-tech way of me backing up my saves is just backing it up on a USB stick. That's on my PS3.
Whatever works.
That's what I do to take myself out of paranoia that I might lose my saves. In PS5, I have no way out. I have to get PSN or just back up my entire console and hope for the best. Anyway, yeah, Resistance Fall of Man. Good time. Gray and brown, just how I like it from 2006. Or 2006, yeah.
I've heard bad things about that game.
I will say, not as if I haven't talked about it enough by this point, Sam, the auger should do more damage, but I suppose it's made that way because going through walls is enough of a advantage.
Yeah, I think the weapon balancing in Resistance 1, just in general, isn't that great. But it gets better. Resistance 2 and 3
in the series
are demonstrably better. Yeah.
I think the best weapons in this order: Bullseye, Far Eye, Hailstorm, Carbine, and then everything else.
Yeah. Although I hate to break it to you, Taylor, Resistance 2, you don't get a weapon wheel.
Then how do you select your weapons with no keyboard? You just have to keep pressing L1?
No, you only have access to 2 weapons at a time.
The whole game?
Yep. So you have to, if you want to swap weapons.
Wait, Sam, you're
if
telling
you
me
want to swap
Sorry,
one of your 2 weapons, you have to find a different weapon
you have to pick it
on
up
the ground
like Uncharted.
and pick it up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting choice. I don't understand.
It is.
I think that's just inferior to having more weapons available. Just pick up ammo along the way.
You'll find out.
Maybe I'll get the PlayStation Move set up for Resistance 3 with the gun, with the plastic gun thing. Those accessories are so cheap at my game store right now. I could get like a PS Move. I could get that set up with the PlayStation camera and the gun attachment for like $50 total. The controllers, the gun attachment, the camera. That would be a funny experience.
Works for Killzone 3 as well.
Oh, right, it does. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're enticing me.
I'm enabling you.
Before the PS3 hardware skyrockets. I don't think it really will. PS3, yes, it will. What am I saying? Anyway, yes, Resistance. I really like this. I think it's a solid game, but I'm really liking being nostalgic about my PS3.
Cool.
Yep. What about... Am I the only one who's talked about what they were playing because I drew this conversation out this long? Huh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm enthusiastic.
Good. Why are you apologizing for that?
What have you been playing? Wait, Bree, have you been playing? Or you've been reading? You been playing?
Well, when I had my little shutdown, I read a lot. I think I'm at almost 140 books now.
Oh my god, for the year?
Mhm.
I don't know if I'll read that much in my life. I'm serious.
If you try hard enough, you can do it. I believe.
Sam might not even read 70.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
It's awesome. No, it's awesome.
What are you trying to say?
That you don't read, Sam.
He reads more than you, I think,
You
based
read
on
books?
previous conversations.
Sam, do you read books?
Yes.
Oh no.
Isn't it shocking he knows how to read?
Oh no.
Every Republican's reaction from this point forward. They know how to read? No shit.
Oh.
I talked about politics. Oh no. Anyway.
It doesn't matter. I think that that's mostly what I've been doing. Other than that, I've been playing League. So yeah.
Well, that'll put you in a good headspace, I'm sure.
If
you put chat on mute, then it's a good experience, right?
Yes. Right? Sure.
But then how do you communicate with your team if you're on mute? If you're muted them?
You usually don't communicate through chat. Chat is only used to talk shit.
Text chat or voice chat?
Text chat. There's no voice chat in League.
Really?
Lord help us all if there was. Most communications are signaled through what's called pings. I'm sure it's the same term for other games as well, but you have a wheel that you can use, so you just press G and then you can drag in the direction. So there's asking for vision, going all in, on my way, stuff like that. And then they have an emote role as well that you can set your own emotes to stuff. And then they also have you could do fist bumps. Yeah, that's one of these days you guys will watch me play League and your eyes will be opened. You'll be like, wow, Brianna's really bad at League. And I'll say, yeah, that's true. I'm bad at most games. That's all I've been up to. Sam? He's been playing League.
Well, I've obviously primarily been playing Redacted.
It's Indiana Jones.
I think it's near DLC.
But we don't need to keep guessing, because I'm not going to tell you, so it's kind of like a futile effort at this point.
Well, no, by Christmas.
Maybe you won't,
That far out? Now I'm really confused.
So think, what else have I played? I've played again, because so much of my time has been taken up by Redacted. I haven't done much, but I have dabbled. So I've done maybe an hour and a half of Metro Awakening. Still excellent VR game. I actually bought the £10 upgrade for Tetris Effect, so that I can play it in PSVR 2. So I dived back into that.
That's awesome.
I'm using that as a chill, zone out at the end of the day kind of thing. I hate Tetris, but Tetris Effect, very special experience.
So, Sam, you don't hate Tetris if you like Tetris Effect.
No, Taylor. I don't like Tetris. But Tetris Effect, very good.
It is. Okay, Sam. So you do like the game of Tetris?
No.
Tetris Effect is Tetris.
No. Tetris Effect is Tetris Effect. Now, yes, are you playing Tetris in Tetris Effect?
I think Sam is in denial that he likes the game Tetris.
No. Because the gameplay, I don't care about. I don't care about the gameplay of Tetris. I actively do not enjoy it. but the
Okay.
experience
She's too
of
smart for it,
Tetris
Taylor.
Effect specifically, it's very hard to explain unless you've played it. Like,
I've played Tetris
yes,
Effect
you're
at
playing
Afterlife.
Tetris. I don't enjoy the moment-to-moment gameplay of Tetris, and that is what Tetris
But
Effect
you like the
is.
colors and the
But it
screen
is
effects
the
and the particle effects.
immersive elements. It is the music. It is every time you twist one of the shapes or you slam it down, you get dynamic music or sound effects that play, and you just get into like a Zen zone state. It's just elicits something in you that I don't think many other, if any other games can accomplish, particularly with the VR element, obviously. So a little bit of that. I played the last, as far as we know, speedrun level for Astro. Got the last 2 bots. Very interesting choices. I wouldn't have guessed either one of them. Honestly, a little bit anticlimactic, not gonna lie. But
I thought they said they were doing more stuff.
exactly. So like that was my but. It was like there's gonna be more stuff. We just don't know what that is or when that is. But for the final speedrun level, even if it was just the speedrun levels, I kind of feel like the note they ended it on in terms of the bots, which is superficial, but still not the best. Heavy hitters if you care about that stuff, but I would argue most PlayStation people don't care about that stuff. Or they certainly don't care about one of them, I would say. Maybe I'm just out of touch. Maybe it is a big deal, but
Or maybe it's both.
Maybe both. Probably both. And is there anything else? Oh, I actually 100%ed Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Taylor, I was speaking to you about this last week.
I heard it's an excellent game. It just
It
got lost
is,
in the frame.
and it is. I'm telling you now, it's going to be high on my Game of the Year list.
All right. Yeah.
I was a few hours in last week, and I was all like, "No, it's good." But yeah, no, it is excellent, truly. As a platformer, a Metroidvania, a 2D action game, all of the above. Very, very good game. I think that's it. I have I've purchased Rise of the Golden Idol, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
Right. That was
Which
the case last week too.
is actively killing me. That I am not able to dive into that game yet. But it's there. It's waiting for me, ready on the dashboard. So soon, my love.
Hell yeah!
I think that's it.
Awesome.
I can't talk about Redacted, so
Let's see what the ratings are right now for Rise of Golden Idol. Very positive.
Yeah. I don't think it's gone up from an 84. But
wait, why do I have the impression this was made by the people who made Return to the Obra Dinn? Because it's not.
It is not, no.
But this is cool though. So it's a murder.
It's a deduction game where you have to observe elements of the environment and then put together what happens. So you have a selection of words and sentences with lots of blank spaces, and you have to visually deduce what the scene is and then map out. It's very good. Case of the Golden Idol is excellent, which came out a few years ago. Hence why I chose Rise of the Golden Idol for our Fantasy Critic. And yeah, it looks like they haven't disappointed. So
yeah, neither of
I think the reason you're conflating it with Return of the Obra Dinn is technically the gameplay is relatively similar in terms of
logical
like
deduction.
You're filling in like a book essentially with words and names and fates and all of that in Obra Dinn and similar stuff here. And also I think a lot of the conversation around Golden Idol has been, if you love Obra Dinn, you'll love this. So whenever Golden Idol is brought up, Obra Dinn is also brought up, which might be why you're conflating the two, or thought there was a tangible association.
Cool.
Highly recommend both games.
Nods. Mm-hmm. Am I supposed to put my thumb up?
Mm. I was
No,
trying to
I'm just awkwardly waiting here, you know. This is good content.
Okay, audio listeners, Sam has shut down. Okay.
Have you tried restarting him?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll restart.
I'm turned off, so.
Anyway, I already talked about my.
Somebody turn him on.
Already talked about my DualShock 3. Won't talk about that anymore. All right.
Hey, it worked.
Oh, I get it. So we got this Xbox story. Okay, I'll talk about it again. Jeez. So Phil Spencer came out and said this past week, this is relevant. This is Xbox, quote, Xbox news that's relevant to PlayStation. X-Talk also talked about it, right? That there are, quote, no red lines when it comes to potential PS5 ports, says Phil Spencer. He said with the kickoff of Xbox's new, quote, Xbox had a marketing campaign saying this is an Xbox. They're basically pointing to any inanimate object that can receive an internet signal, including your fridge, remember. Phil Spencer did a round of interviews that shed new light on the platform holders' plans for the future. And amidst various new details on Xbox's handheld, and Xbox has confirmed they have a handheld in development, future consoles and potential acquisitions, Phil talked about their multi-platform push, which he calls Project Latitude. Speaking with Dina Bass at Bloomberg, Phil said, quote, I do not see sort of red lines in our portfolio that say, quote, thou must not. It's too early to make any sort of decision on the next version of Halo. This comes to us from Forbes. So, consistent with what Satya Nadella and the C-suite of Microsoft have been chasing for at least a few years now. They want Xbox on as many platforms as possible, including whatever. So PlayStation is an Xbox. Indiana Jones is coming to the PlayStation, you know. Next Halo could be on PlayStation. So, yeah, more of the open door policy that we're seeing.
It's not news because, again.
So why are we covering it, Sam?
Because they're saying the quiet part out loud, right? Where there's been this discussion about where it'll be select games and, you know, there's lines that they won't cross. And yet we're now at a stage in the industry, just in general, where the head of Xbox in an official, you know, vetted interview is saying that if you're being the most generous, Halo is a maybe. And I would go as far as to say he's lying, because it's not too early to say what's going to happen with the next Halo, because if it was too early, he would probably say no right now. But he's leaving it open because he knows that realistically it's going to come over. Because if you follow any train of logic that we've talked about so many times, if you put other games on PlayStation, on Nintendo Switch, they will sell better than the games that do not. They will have higher engagement than the games that do not. Satya's bonuses aren't tied to Game Pass anymore. They're tied to overall profitability. As such, he will dictate that as many games as possible have highest engagement, MAUs, sales as possible. How do you do that? PlayStation. Are they really going to want games like Doom and games like Indiana Jones to have higher sales figures than games like Halo or Gears of War?
They don't care. They just want more money.
Precisely.
Isn't that so interesting, though? Because the industry, like, historically, that's always been the truth, right? Like, you can argue that putting your game out on as many consoles as possible will get you the most money, always.
Of course.
Well,
but historically, like, it's been exclusives because you're trying to get the console sales as well.
Well, you're trying to get the subscriptions. Also, consoles.
Mhm.
I don't know if
This is just interesting.
the PS3 was sold at a loss. Certainly, the PS4 and PS5 were in the US in terms of their pricing structure. But it's like, I think in the early days, right? The hardware you turned a profit on. That's why you had exclusives. You want people to add your hardware and also to be committed to that hardware for more of your games. And then as time went on, it was really the subscriptions. But the digital libraries weren't built in the PS3 360 era. They were in the beginning stages of being built. And then the PS4 really took off, right? So
Yeah,
it was really more about consumer loyalty than it was straight profitability. Because
I know, but I also think it's interesting that this information has always been the truth, and they're just now leaning into it. I know there's a lot of other factors that go into it, but I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's to do with the fact that, as Phil and everybody has been saying, the digital libraries were established last generation and PlayStation 1, so it's hard to make any kind of meaningful comeback from that. But it is also, as we've talked about before, the fact that Xbox just grew too big. They acquired too much. And the reason that like you say, Bree, all of this information is technically, by all intents and purposes, true all the way back to the beginning of the industry. The more places your game is available, the more it will sell, the more players it will have, yada, yada, yada. But the difference is that up until the point that Xbox acquired Bethesda and acquired ABK, they were like every other ecosystem in the sense that their scope and their scale could be sustained within their one ecosystem. And because Xbox went and bought some of the biggest players off of the board and brought them internal, and therefore their financial responsibility to sustain, they couldn't support that because they lost the last gen. So they were bringing in the biggest things whilst having the smallest user base to sustain it. So they couldn't keep it exclusive.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it is swinging the way of, because they have to do that as a financial just responsibility of their business now, and the amount of things that they have to juggle, the money will speak in the things that go, and the shareholders and Satya and the executives and the bean counters will be like, well, we're earning all of this money on these things, so why aren't we also earning the additional money on these things?
Do you think that they regret the purchase internally?
I would say the majority of Xbox leadership probably do. I think Phil was probably pushing for it pretty hard. I'm not sure how like Sarah Bond felt about it personally, especially because she's being primed as like the heir to Xbox now.
The heir to the throne.
Oh, when Phil retires, she'll be the head of Xbox.
Precisely. And I don't know if she really wants to inherit what has become, in certain spaces, a relatively toxic and vitriolic community where everybody is just sort of like, what the is going on? You know, why are you betraying us? Why are all of these games going over? What's the point of an Xbox? It's like that's a tough thing to inherit. Yeah. Even if you don't care because you're still making money hand over fist. It's like the sentiment amongst the community is still very net negative, I would say.
Yeah. The other thing is you have to, like, not to get into the weeds of it, but you have to also remember that, like, she was always going to get vitriolic hate anyways.
For sure. Yeah. No doubt. So it's kind of like
it's like a compound.
Yeah.
I was just looking at her background. Her first employment was with McKinsey, which isn't that great, unfortunately. But
yeah, but like, and two things can be true at once. Like, this isn't a black and white situation in the sense that it's clear from their financials that if they hadn't acquired ABK, they probably would have gone away as a brand. Like, because without ABK, Xbox is in the red. You know, it's ABK that's posting the 50-60% revenue, and Xbox is like at best plus like 1 or 2% more often than not in the -3, -4% each quarter. So like they did it and they're surviving because of it, which is good, I guess. But that also doesn't change the fact that it was probably not a great idea for them as a brand optically to inherit all of this responsibility. So like it's just this news about Phil Spencer speaking in an official interview about Halo potentially coming over 10 months ago would have blown up the internet. And we're just at a stage now where there's not a lot of like freaking out over this. It's just sort of like a c'est la vie now, which is kind of sad in a way. But also I think it's just people to some degree waking up and acknowledging the business realities that Xbox finds itself in, and that, you know, these things are going to happen. On what time scale, what time frame, we don't know. But like, if they're saying that Halo has a chance of going over, realistically, it's probably fair to assume that it will at some point. So, you know, it is what it is. We've talked about this plenty of times, but
yeah,
Phil is now on the record definitively saying that anything can come over, which was the assumption before, but it's now the confirmation.
Yep.
how fun.
Yeah. I want to play South of Midnight on PS5.
I want to play South of Midnight.
What is South of Midnight?
Sometimes I feel like Taylor's not here.
I mean, I'm looking it up right now.
Maybe we should like watch Daredevil or something, Bree. Just an offhand idea, you know?
I was thinking about that.
This game.
We should watch Daredevil at some point.
The trailer. Yeah, from Compulsion.
I feel like somebody wants us to watch Daredevil.
I just don't remember the name.
Yeah. God bless you, Taylor. God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next story is, where is it? There we are. Horizon Online could launch in 2025 if Guerrilla job listings are to be believed. So following on from Jason Schreier's report earlier this year that Horizon Online had, in fact, not been cancelled in the shift away from live service games at Sony, alongside the news that the game would, in fact, be the next project to release from Guerrilla, not Horizon 3, we have new evidence to suggest that an announcement and potential release for Horizon Online could be closer than expected. So on the Guerrilla job listing website, a release QA intern listing was spotted, and the details pertain to a, quote, online project where the applicant will need to be available, quote, in the first half of 2025 to ensure the game is prepared for launch, end quote. Don't
know something crazy. Next year is 2025.
Yeah, it is.
It'll be 10 years since Bloodborne.
That's a good thing, Taylor. That means that we're getting more Bloodborne.
I'm just saying, Kadokawa said they have over 20 projects in the works right now. Is there a chance that at least one of those is Bloodborne related?
I think so.
Possibly.
December, January, February, March. We got 4 months until something is going to be announced or something is going to release, and you guys keep putting your tinfoil hats on and saying me, moo, 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 all over.
I do sing like that a lot.
Just cope.
Yeah, but interesting.
Yeah.
Ari,
what is this Horizon Online? All right, what is it really going to be like?
It's going to be a Monster Hunter.
Are you going to play it, Sam? You're going to. I could see Sam. I could see this.
Sam's going to say. He's gonna say, Brianna, the menus are totally different. I can understand the game now.
I bet you it's gonna be Sam's Genshin. Kyle's to Genshin as Sam's to Horizon Online. It's gonna happen.
Maybe.
I'm not sure on that one.
Yep.
I'm already preemptively mad that you played Horizon Online.
Yeah, I think it depends. Like if it is essentially
Monster Hunter.
Horizon on, yeah, if it is essentially just Monster Hunter, I don't know that I'm that interested. Like conceptually, I am, in the same way I'm conceptually interested in Monster Hunter, but if it is the same kind of gameplay loop and just like grinding for better gear, I don't know.
I feel like
If
you're
there
just
is-
like you're missing something in there.
No, I don't think I am.
Yeah.
Don't think I am.
Although, Sam, if it has a lot of story beats, new story beats, like a Final Fantasy 14 expansion type deal.
Exactly. If it's framed in a way where, yes, there are Monster Hunter elements and you're going out and hunting the machines, which inevitably there will be, but it is has a and again, Bree, I'm not saying that Monster Hunter doesn't have story, but if
It really
Horizon
doesn't.
Online has some of the more traditional Sony style storytelling, that is emblematic, even if you're just going to silo it off in the Horizon games, that could be something that gets me in. It also depends on if it's framed as like a canon thing or not. I think like that relatively negligible, I think, but that does play a factor. Where if there is story content and that story content is deemed in some way canon, not necessarily affecting like Horizon 3, but just this thing is happening somewhere in the Horizon world, that might be enough to lure me in. Because I don't think tying
set in the UK.
I would be very surprised. I'd
I
like
would
it. That'd be cool. But I would expect it to just be somewhere generic in America. Maybe it's in the Forbidden West still, because they could just use all of those assets from the game. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I don't know how that's going to work, because you can't really. I don't know. Can you have a Monster Hunter type Horizon game on a map the size of Forbidden West's? Like, is it linear? Are you launching into a specific mission in a contained zone from a hub? Exactly what the gameplay flow is like will determine whether I play it or not. But the Horizon IP being attached does give it a potential leg up over just base Monster Hunter. So, sorry, Bree.
I don't forgive you, but you know.
That's fine.
Okay, next.
Well, hang on a minute.
What?
Are either of you going to play it? Like,
I was talking while you were talking.
No, I'll play Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster before anything. Because I haven't played Horizon anything, Sam.
Good boy. Good boy.
My only suggestion, Taylor, would be that if you are wanting to play that before online, that you get that done as soon as possible. The only reason I say that is because when an online game launches, like, you want to be there playing the game if you're playing. Like, online games don't always last.
Yeah, I know. I'm not that enthusiastic about joining it. So it's kind of
well, I just don't want you to, like, I don't know, like I just don't want you to regret it if the game launches and like everybody's super into it and then like you can't play it. Like, I don't want you to feel left out, you know.
I see. Well, thanks, Bree. Well, like I said, there's a lot of games I have to get through before that. I have to get through Killzone 1. I got to get through Demon's Souls, the rest of Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, Alan Wake 2.
I mean, honestly, nobody is like really like gung-ho about Horizon here. So
Sam, wow. Yeah, you're right.
So I don't think anything's rushing you. Or
Sam didn't rush me. I just told him I was going to play Zero Dawn Remaster before I think about playing online, and he said, "Good boy." So I have Sam's approval. I didn't tell him when I was going to play it.
I can't remember if I said it the other week, but I do, upon playing Zero Dawn Remastered.
Yeah, you did.
I think I am going to. No, I know I said that I played it, but I think I'm going to maybe say something pretty controversial. I actually think Horizon might be the best new IP from PlayStation in the past decade.
Nope. I haven't played Horizon. I'm telling you right now, Bloodborne's better.
The best new IP in the past decade.
It's Bloodborne. This is not up for debate.
I said what I said. I said what I said. The lore of Horizon is unrivaled. Okay, I'm going to say it now. You think the Resistance lore is cool, Taylor? And this is coming from somebody who would eat, sleep, and breathe Resistance if he could.
Ew, you would eat
What
a
game?
Chimera?
You're damn right I would.
Okay.
You don't think they'd be juicy, Taylor? Huh?
I don't think Resistance lore is like out of this world, but it's the most similar. It's the most original content in the genre, the most original lore in the genre since Alien, from what I've played.
Yeah.
This is right. What I'm trying to say is it's the most novel Alien-like game since the Alien films in terms of lore, in terms of how these creatures evolve, how they're created, how they transform. So I think Resistance lore is really cool from like a sci-fi, almost like a scientific perspective. I'm not so much interested in the geopolitics of how it came out of Russia and it's expanding. I'm more interested in about literally how the Chimera came to be. And it's like, do they control their own destiny? Is there some master or architect behind it, like a godlike figure?
Is there some Master Chief behind it?
No, not like that. That's what interests me about Horizon. I mean, sorry, about Resistance. I think from a Horizon perspective, the interest, if I'm looking at what potential the game might have to interest me, I think it's twofold. One is how these goddamn robots are actually constructed, how they move, the machinations from that science engineering point of view, just kind of in awe of how they work. Are they sentient? Do they feel pain? And like, how did society fall, or how did society progress to the point of Horizon? Like Horizon, the interest, I could see the potential interest in Horizon for me being both the fall of civilization and how does the technology work. For Resistance, the fall of civilization part seems pretty, the game gives it to you pretty cut and dry. There was Russian experiment that got on the loose and now it's spreading throughout Europe post World War II, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Horizon seems like it has much more depth in that realm. I'm acknowledging that. But I play Resistance because of the fun sci-fi lore, like I talked about, and the cheesy mid-2000s, we're going to go save Private Ryan, blah, 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 type quest, at least in the first game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big stretch. Oh, goodness.
Big stretch.
Oh, we got some foot cleaning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Them toes, Taylor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Cat toe beans are very cute.
Cat toe beans are so cute.
You can't see Luna's beans.
Why?
Well, because look.
Toph's beans are pink.
You can't see her beans.
Void.
Yeah. She's very cute beans. You just can't see them.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Something about Horizon
toe
Online?
Beans.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was it.
Yeah. And if anything, maybe Horizon Online will kick me into gear to get to Horizon sooner. I guess that's what Bree was learning to.
Sure.
I'm playing with my buddy Alloy.
Aluminium.
It's not even spelled. Aluminum doesn't have an I before the
Yes,
U
it does.
in the last 4 letters of the word.
Yes, it does.
Aluminum spelling. ALUMINUM. Where's the E? Where's the I? Where's the E sound that's made with the letter I in aluminium?
Go to Wikipedia.
Oh God, no! And you really do put an I right there in the UK. Son of a bitch.
It's their fault. They
Bree,
can't be helped.
I know you hate this. I know you hate the US, but we can agree that this aluminium thing is dumb.
It is a little silly.
Anyway, The
spelling of color also freaks me out.
Bree, do you want to talk about Legos? Eggo my Lego?
Sure. Lego Horizon Adventures has launched to mixed reviews. It currently sits at a 71 on Metacritic. Hopefully it'll go down. I mean, what? I mean,
yeah, Kevin picked this, right? Loser.
Yeah.
Idiot.
And a 72 on OpenCritic. Additionally, a brand new Lego Horizon set has been revealed / leaked after teasers on social media. Aloy and Varl versus Shellwalker and Sawtooth will supposedly be released in March 2025 and retail for $44.99. I need like another big, like I need like a big set, you know? Like I need one of like the 150, 250, whatever. I need a big complex like a Horizon set, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, I don't have that one, so I gotta have something.
Oh wait, so they already released the tall neck, what is it called? Tall neck?
Yep.
Now I keep asking myself, are the robots in Horizon sentient? And I want to know the answer.
Wouldn't you like to know? Do you want to know how you find out?
All right, I'll play it after Resistance. All right, I'll play it after Resistance. I'm gonna do it. All right, maybe screw kills on a plane Horizon Zero Dawn after Resistance. Okay.
Wait, but Demon Souls.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. We know, but about Demon Souls. Oh,
he's just flaking. He's like flaking on himself. What's happening?
Yeah.
But now I'm interested to. What if I could wait? Sam, in Horizon Zero Dawn, can you mount and steer the equivalent of a bull that's a robot?
Yes. Was
mounting
that the
bulls
thing
is going to be what gets him in?
Wait,
how is
it
that
personal
the thing?
Speed, or is it keep flailing around until like it throws you off?
No,
Don't tell me.
You can. Oh, okay. Why would you ask the question if you didn't want me to answer it?
I got excited. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Anybody going to be playing Lego Horizon? Sam will be.
I would have.
Is there a robot Triceratops on Horizon?
Taylor.
Stop asking questions.
Wait, just answer.
I will say. How about I'll say this? Not in the first game.
Is there a T-Rex? What if there's a T-Rex, but it's a robot?
But it has tiny robot arms. He says,
robot
can
dinosaurs.
Confirm doesn't have tiny robot arms. But it does have maybe giant missile launchers on its back.
I've been I've been wanting to play out my dream of dinosaurs since I was a kid.
Have you guys ever heard the
Taylor,
song
Horizon
Dinosaurs from Outer
existed
Space?
since 2017.
Sam.
And the core conceit was giant robot dinosaurs. Anyway, I was going to play Lego Horizon. Big fan of Horizon, obviously. Big fan of Lego games and just Lego in general. If this is on like very deep sale, I will probably.
I was going to say,
eventually.
You're going to wait for sale.
Wow. This will be an interesting one, right? Because is PlayStation, who's technically the developer?
Studio Gobo, I think they're called. With collaboration from Guerrilla, but Guerrilla didn't develop it.
So the point I'm trying to make is, you know how aggressive really any games that come out are in terms of sales after release when they're not Nintendo games or to a good extent PlayStation first party games.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Lego Horizon will go on sale quicker because it's not a through and through PlayStation Studios game, you know.
Yeah, very interesting because obviously it is on Switch.
And it's on Switch and Xbox, right?
No.
I thought it was an Xbox too.
Why would we ever give a game to Xbox?
It's on PC.
Yeah, it's on
right?
everything but Xbox.
That's a little funny. Okay, Sony.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. Because again, like the Metacritic score, I don't know really matters. Certainly not to the Switch crowd, or the more casual Switch crowd, I should say. Like, is this something that's going to have massive appeal to kids on Switch? Because it could.
It could, but also like how do you? That's the thing with the kids nowadays. I saw a statistic recently where it was like over 60 or 70% of kids from the ages of 13 to 18 do all their gaming on mobile. And it's like, how do you, like, if the demographic shifted that hard towards mobile, what will a kid-friendly game on? Well, it's also on the Switch, though. Nintendo has that Disney thing, but it's not a Nintendo game, but it's a kid's game, and it's a Lego game.
With arguably the most accessible IP that PlayStation has from first party right now, outside of like Ratchet and Clank or Astro, but
Or Sackboy, Little Big Planet.
I guess, yeah, like active IP, I guess.
Yeah.
I will be getting the Lego set then, for sure.
Wait, there's a new Lego set?
Yeah, yes, there is, Taylor.
How much does a Tonic Lego set cost? I heard Lego sets are super expensive now.
I mean,
it's only $80. Oh,
yeah,
well, that's
always
retail.
Expensive, but
now it's $100 on Amazon, secondhand, or I should say, up charged.
Yeah, I think it was like 70 or something for me.
Yeah, 72.
So that sounds about right.
That was gonna be more expensive. That's not.
Probably my favorite Lego set, period, just because of how elegant it is.
It is elegant.
And this new one is considerably cheaper, so that's always great.
Look at this big head.
It's got a big old head.
Wait, what if you could stand on that head while it's walking?
You can.
I know. Okay, I was being sarcastic. I at least know you can do that in Horizon. I remember seeing that footage from E3 back in the day.
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah. Wait, where's the new Lego? Oh, Aloy and Varl versus Shellwalk.
Yeah, the picture of it isn't in the article that I linked, but it is. You can just Google that. You can just copy paste that into Google, and you'll see the set.
It's very nice. Set, but
it's a very simple set.
Yeah,
I wish it's a small one for sure. But
so the cool thing about the Tonic is it had its own little it seemed like it's a grass platform that the Tonic was on when you build it. And this one, it seems like everything's separate, and it's up to you to keep them together.
Modular bits.
Yeah. I suppose you could just buy extra green Legos. What I would do is I would get extra green Legos and make it a little scene.
Yeah.
And put it
and you can incorporate, I guess, some of that on. I mean, depending on the size, you could shift around where the Tornex sits on the platform, and just incorporate at least one of those other new machines onto that. But even then, I think it doesn't matter too much. That's sort of a sacrifice you have to make relatively often with Lego if you're looking to buy multiple sets from a specific IP. They don't really connect in any interesting, compelling way. Very rarely, anyway. I did say to Brandon, though, very interesting that this Lego set is specifically branded Lego Horizon Adventures, not just Lego Horizon like the Tornet is. Because there's nothing specific about this new set that is solely from Horizon Adventures, outside of the fact that I guess you don't really have a companion with you whilst you're out and about.
It might be branded as Horizon Adventures because it's a more simplistic set.
That's what me and Brandon said, and also just for general synergy, if it's releasing in the next few months, which it seems to be, the game's just come out, so you might want that brand synergy. But we did say that if it is a more small scale kid friendly set that is more of a play set than a display piece, which these smaller ones tend to be, then maybe branding it after the game that is the kid friendly version of Horizon might be a smart move. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because you open it out of the box and it doesn't change anything then. Once it's out of the box and you built it doesn't matter. But still, more Horizon, please. Yes, please.
Can't be that good.
Don't knock it till you try it down.
I'm kidding. Toph, stop.
Am I? Do you want me to take us home, or Taylor? What are you feeling? What you want to do? What you want to do?
Well,
I say let Sam go on his professional mic.
Let Sam go on his professional mic. I only have little Elgato Wave 3. Oh,
I do too.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Jim has his Shure SM7B.
The question is PlayStation
still-
teasing something for December 3rd? So if you didn't know, there is a new. I put live action. I didn't really know how to quantify it. Like it's just real world, real life people. It's not animated or CGI or anything. In the new live action Play Has No Limits ad, no limits. Something caught people's eye and sent conspiracies running wild. At the 47-second mark in the trailer, there is a billboard that displays various train times, all I think either delayed or the arrival time or something shift to the sacred symbols, something like that. But above the billboard, the date and time reads 03:12, and then the time is 20:24, so 24 minutes past 8, but 2024. With the 30th anniversary of PlayStation arriving on that date, being December 3rd, many fans are speculating that something is afoot, and a showcase or a state of play could debut as part of the 30th anniversary celebrations. So that's where technically the news ends. But a little bit of digging I did. It seems unlikely. Jeff Grubb himself, reliable insider, has said he hasn't heard anything about a PlayStation event happening in December, but there are some potential dots that we could connect. Don't get too excited, people, but there is stuff here. There is precedent set. So the Game Awards this year are occurring on December 12th, which, if you don't know, which you probably wouldn't, because why would you, is around a week later than it usually occurs. The last time that the Game Awards were on the 12th of December, hence a week or so later than it usually is, was in 2019. 2019 was the 25th anniversary of PlayStation, and a state of play was held on December the 10th that year. That state of play ended with a Ghost of Tsushima snippet of a trailer that ended with "to be continued," and then the full trailer appeared at the Game Awards, and in the state of play it said check in at the Game Awards to see the whole trailer, which obviously occurred 2 days later from the 10th to the 12th. So it's not unprecedented that as a anniversary celebration of PlayStation, they held some kind of event, and the Game Awards were delayed, presumably in some capacity to accommodate that, with Ghost of Tsushima showing up at the Game Awards after having it teased in the state of play. So boys and girls, what are we thinking? Are we feeling there's going to be something in December? 30 years?
I think you're tinfoil hatting, Sam, and you're coping. All right.
I think something will happen. I
Nope.
think that based on the timing of the last one and the one before, I think it feels like we're due for something. It feels like there's more than just Ghost coming out next year. And yeah, I don't know. I think that it makes sense for something to be here. I don't think I would be necessarily completely shocked if there wasn't something, but I think it does make sense. We'll say that.
Tyler?
As Tim Robinson once said, you gotta give. I just wanted to say that because I love that skit. No, I think we're gonna have the Game Awards, and that's gonna be it. And okay, will there be something, maybe some 30th anniversary hardware or some special game update to a game that already exists? I don't think you're gonna get a new showcase or something like that. I just think no. You're saving it for, well, I don't know, man. Maybe.
maybe. I'm
New
of two
PS1.
minds. Like, I was connecting the dots because, like, that is a precedent. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be followed, but something has happened before, and the stars have aligned in a similar fashion. It's just whether PlayStation capitalize on it. I think if they don't do anything, it would be weird, given 30th anniversary seems like a pretty big deal. And like we've said plenty of times, they do need to be announcing some stuff. And if it's not in a dedicated state, I would imagine it's not going to be a showcase, but a state of play, I think, is possible, where they show a few things off. And they could even do the same thing of, like, maybe in a hypothetical December state of play, you end on like a little Death Stranding 2 trailer. Maybe you reveal like another celebrity that's in the game, and then you say, check in at the Game Awards to get the release date. Because I would imagine Death Stranding 2 is probably first half of next year, I would imagine. And given Kojima's relationship with Keighley, I think, it would make sense for Death Stranding to appear on his stage. I'm not confident, though. I don't. Again, we've said it before, but it's like, do they need to do anything? And they don't. They don't need to do anything because they're just dominating. But it sure would be nice if they did. I think if they don't have a state of play or anything to announce something, even something minor comparatively, like tease Blue Point or tease Housemarque or Bend or something, one of the lower tier studios.
Hey,
I'm with you. I'm not saying they're lower tier. I'm just saying perception.
You just said that.
They aren't. I'm saying they aren't the Naughty Dogs or the Santa Monicas.
I'm not saying Iowa State is bad. It's just not Harvard.
Sure. Yeah.
Can I throw out a really, really wild speculation? Just because I'm coping.
Sure.
Okay.
Don't.
Copium, you guys.
I swear if it's blood.
We will get something from PlayStation. And they've secretly stolen Hollow Knight. And it's coming out this year.
Hollow Knight, Bloodborne fans, and Metroid Prime fans gather in a room.
Exclusive, lock it down as a PlayStation Plus day one title for December.
Yeah. That game's not coming out this year. Who picked Silk Song? Was it Brandon?
They did.
Yeah, it was Bree.
Yeah.
I picked it right after I watched Daredevil.
We should have known. We should have known we were going to win at that point, Taylor. Like, I mean, we've cemented our victory now. There is nobody. There's literally no way anybody can catch us now.
Sidebar: Kevin's Xbox broke this past week.
Yeah.
Power
it's almost
failed.
Like it's telling him something.
It's telling him to never get a Xbox ever again.
Just about exactly 4 years since launch.
Just give up now.
Dude, if I had a console that failed on me after 4 years, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I've never had a console fail on me. I also play games about 90% less of the time than Kevin does.
But Kevin's, we can say it out loud. Kevin's just going to be a chump and get another Xbox.
He already got it.
Kyle, just
what a chump.
Kyle helped him out.
What a chump.
I don't know if that means Kyle bought him one or helped him fund one, but Kevin already got a replacement. If I was Kevin, I would have waited for Black Friday and gotten one for like $150 off retail. But I'm not Kevin.
You're not Kevin. I've seen you in the same room.
That is true. I haven't. So you could both be gaslighting.
Sam, when I'm in Bristol in the spring, you'll see I'm also not Kevin.
Why are you in Bristol in the spring?
Because
he said he's coming.
I said I'm going. And we talked about this, Sam.
Clearly, I've just blocked something out in my.
I'll email
head.
you the dates to see what works. But yeah, I'm going to the UK in the spring. We're gonna meet. Yep,
And you're gonna frolic in a flower field.
that'd be awesome. Actually,
semi-ominous. Actually,
well,
it actually did.
in like March, I don't know.
We're
if
gonna
that would
meet.
We're gonna meet
in March. I think it would be kind of wet and a little spongy because it's.
This is my hair when it's wet.
Because it's like not summer and it's the UK.
Taylor, newsflash, it's almost always wet in the UK. Like, it's just raining all the time.
Sounds like a good time.
I mean, yeah, we complain when it's warm, so even slightly warm.
I mean, you guys complain about everything.
What is the latitude of the UK? Latitude.
Yeah, that's true. We do.
It's about 55 north.
I was really trying to go to Scotland before the end of the year. And between the flight prices and the Airbnb prices, I said, maybe not.
Yeah.
The Airbnbs there are pretty, they're not super expensive, but when compared to like staying in an Airbnb in like Tokyo, it was like double the price.
I think Tokyo has uniquely affordable housing because of how they've constructed their city. Like, that's the thing in Tokyo. You can get a micro, I guess, but you can get like a decent size apartment for not that much money. That's one of the big draws of living in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to deal with the work culture, which is horrible. But
yeah, but the food.
Anyway, enough fantasizing about Japan.
Well, you just started talking about going on a trip, and I was literally about to book a ticket to Scotland, and then I decided against it.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that right, Toph?
I said, that's way too close to Sam.
Wow.
Slander.
Samder, even.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You tried.
Slammed her.
I think, let's wrap this up. Post-show. Posty Toasty. Yep. We're going to hear about Bree's awesome Airbnb story, right?
Is it awesome? Or did I just have a horrible time?
Oh, no. Well, thank you all so much for listening. You can find us on YouTube at Save the Game Media, Discord, Twitter at Save Game Media, extra-life.org/participant/STGM. That's where you can find us at Extra Life. Donate till the end of the year. Links are all in the description. Patreon, if I didn't say it already again.
Patreon.
Maybe I should set up a donation goal to where I stream all Resident Evil 7.
Come join the nation.
Come join the nation. The animation nation.
No, the reincarnation.
Reincarnation. Kate.
Reincarnation.
Carnation is a brand for evaporated milk, Bree.
Carnation is a flower.
Isn't coronation what happens when a new king?
Coronation is a Catholic thing.
That's what happens when you try and pronounce carnation.
Like aluminium. Yeah. Anyway,
like a British person.
Where can people find you, Sam?
They can find me anywhere and everywhere at Samhini, HEANEY.
All right, Bree.
You can find me at Fabulous Brianna, FABULAST BREANNA.
Cool. And you can find me at the Discord and it's TPR or Taylor, and the Steam's at TPR and the PlayStation's at Mr. Carter 9. That's MRCARTERNINE. I'm considering making a Blue Sky account. I haven't done it yet.
I have.
Do you prefer it to Twitter?
I can't say I've used it much yet, but I think already I'm kind of seeing signs that it's just a better platform currently.
Sweet. Yeah, I heard especially when you block people, you can. It's much anyway. It's a better.
There's no bots, no spam, no anything. It's just a very much more cleaner.
Sweet.
Scrolling. Yeah.
What about you, Bree?
Sorry, I spaced out. What?
Where can people find you on the socials?
I already said.
Didn't sure did that.
Maybe I need to go to a doctor because I've already forgotten.
Okay, so I wasn't crazy. Okay. I'm like, what else do you want me to tell you? I don't have anything else.
Your favorite color? I don't know.
I don't know what my favorite color is.
Oh, mine's red. Easy. Sam, what's your favorite color?
Red.
Hell yeah. Anyway.
Hell yeah, brother.
What's with the color Daredevil? Bye-bye.